the hats I wear is around wellness coaching, if you like. And I've just had some observations and some thoughts since our lockdown around well-being, and thought that I would just share and invite you to listen in. I believe that when we talk about wellness as a whole piece, I believe there are four parts. There's the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. And one of the things I noticed that as soon as the lockdown went, all of our Les Mills warriors just nuked the physical well-being. There were workouts by the trillions going online, and I'm really, really proud to be a part of that, making sure that people could stay fit, healthy, and physically well in their homes. The second part around mental wellness, I think this has been talked about really well online, where people are saying to each other, you know, stay connected, keep engaged, reach out, find new ways to connect to the people that you normally do and who you love. And if you're not feeling great mentally, here's a whole bunch of options around where you can reach out to. The part that I'm really passionate about is emotional well-being, and my personal belief is that when we are born into this world, we all have all emotions, and somewhere in our conditioning and our growing up, we're taught how to manage or strategize around or suppress or tuck to the side those emotions. So I've just got a little sort of 4 or 5 step process that you might want to use if you've noticed over the last few weeks that you're just not feeling right. You know, something just doesn't feel, and it's the feel, something just isn't feeling like it normally does. And that is 100% normal, because we've never done what we're doing right now. We've never stayed at home for a long period of time. And so, you know, I invite you to, if you're feeling just like you're a little bit antsy and you're not sure, you know there's some emotion happening in your body, but you're just not quite sure, you can follow these steps. So number 1 is to get centered. And being the West Aucklander that I am, I like to take my shoes off. You might want to do that, you might want to stand, you might want to sit, but be in a place where you can really just be calm. It's a chance to get present, so close away any distractions. There's lots of centering exercises online. The fastest access to becoming centered is actually through breathing. So just become aware of your breathing, slow everything down, and become really, really present. And when you feel like you're really in that state of full self-awareness, then you just simply ask yourself the question, what am I feeling right now? And also, where am I feeling it? And step 2 is to approach this with a spirit of curiosity. So just really notice what you notice. You might feel tension through one part of your body. You might feel that your breathing is shallow and quick. You might feel heavy in your chest. You might just be feeling out of sorts, but you can't quite pinpoint what that is. So that's where you just keep staying in that spirit of, what is it that I'm feeling, and where? And if you just stay in that space for a period of time, the more you do this, the easier it is to access your emotions. But when an emotion starts to come, you can actually see that happening for people if you observe, and you might just be able to notice with your own eye, oh, okay, I can feel some emotions coming up. So step number 3 is just be in the emotion. Just allow it to come up. It might be anger, it might be frustration, it might be some fear or anxiety around what's going on for us all. It could be deep sadness. And then just allow the emotion to be in your body. So the work that I do through the LDI is a lot of body connection work, and some of the stuff that Robin teaches is around the fact that emotion will pass between 30 to 60 seconds. So if you can just be brave enough to sit in the emotion, if it's sadness, if it's anger, just honour that it's there, that it exists, and try not to bite on it or catch it as it comes. So you can see this when someone close to you or someone that you know starts to want to cry. You can see the crying coming up in their body, and the tendency for people is to like bite on it or hold it or suppress it or push it back down. Now, I'm not a psychologist, but I do know that some of the work in that field is around dealing with feelings and emotions that have been suppressed for a long period of time. So tip number 4 is then just call it. Once you've waited your 30 to 60 seconds and it kind of starts to wave out and you're letting it pass, just call it. Wow, I am sad. I'm really, really sad. I had a day 2 weeks ago where this actually happened to me. I couldn't figure out, I was all antsy all morning. So I practiced some of my own work and just allowed the sadness to come out. And I was recently watching the television, and one of the experts was saying, once you have identified what the emotion is, call it. So I'm sad. And then that allows you to just honour what that emotion is and then move past it. So tip number 4, call it what it is. Yeah, I'm angry, man. I'm so angry. I don't know why. Da 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 da. And then tip number 5 is to really start to understand why you are feeling that way. What is lying underneath the emotion? So for me, I put myself in a shower, I had a good cry, and then I started to ask myself, why am I feeling so sad? Why am I filled with this emotion? And it came from some historical stuff when I used to work in the police, and I was deeply sad for the families that I know live in homes with violence, and what this potential impact is having on those families that don't have support, finance, resource to help them through a stressful time. So once I understood the sadness, it was like a big sigh of relief, and I was like, oh, okay, so I'm sad about that. Move on with my life. So the invitation's there. Do with it what you will, but that's just 5 easy steps to kind of navigating our way emotionally to a slightly more well space. Thank you for watching if you did. Bye.